going on, you the tube? I am HotMessNess, MUA, otherwise known as Vanessa. And today we're going to be trying all of the Jouer Jet Set Essentials collection. I got the light medium bundle. We're gonna put it all to the test. We're gonna try it out. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to give you all my thoughts on the whole collection. So if you wanna see my thoughts, the unboxing, all of those things, just keep on watching. Today, I wanted to share with you guys a huge box. Huge books. This is not PR, but I'm sure this is what it feels like to get crazy PR. I do get some, but nothing quite like this. Not yet. Anyway, Jouer Cosmetics came out with a Jet Set collection, and it included bronzers and these lip things. They have a lip pencil, a lip cream, and a lip topper. Now, if you guys have watched any of my Jouer in the past, you know that I love the highlighters and I love the lip toppers. And these are new. So it was like, they're minis. They'll probably come out in full size later on, but some of these are only exclusive to these little sets. And they're $25 a piece, and I wanted them. And I also wanted to try these new bronzer duos. So just to let you guys know, coming up in the future, I will be doing a full face of Jouer because I ordered one of the blushes. I like the bronzer, spoiler alert. I couldn't help it, I dug in. I was gonna do this unboxing with you guys, so it's kind of still an unboxing because I want you guys to see how Jouer does packaging, because Jouer does it right. Yeah, let's just dive in, okay? So what we're gonna do for the format of this video is I'm gonna try on the products on my face. I will leave timestamps, so when I'm doing the lip version, the lip section, I'll have timestamps for that so you can skip to that. When I'm doing the eyeshadow palette, timestamps, skip to that, so on and so forth. So first off, presentation. The box came beautifully wrapped. I couldn't wait though. I mean, I was gonna film right away, but just to give you guys an idea, peeling off some of it, all of it was packaged beautifully like this. Like, Jouer has tissue paper that has little flowers on it, and if you look closely, it's got their new little Jouer kind of logo on it. So they really like go the extra mile. Each one is wrapped. So the eyeshadow palette was wrapped like this. Each little lip kit was wrapped like this. So you really get the full experience. And I feel like sometimes, of course, the product is always number one, but then there's another experience to it when you're spending money on makeup. You want the product to be good, but then the next step is like little details like this that make you feel special. And I know those are silly, but packaging is like the icing on the cake, and I feel like Jouer nails it. Now that we've seen what comes inside, I didn't even know this, but it also comes with a little sheet of stickers. How sweet is that? I only knew that because I follow Christina and Jouer on Snapchat, and she was showing it, and I was like, did I even get that in my box? So I had to go dig through and see. So yes, anybody that orders anything from the Jet Set collection, you get that. So the Jet Set collection, there's a couple different things. There's bundles, you can buy things in singles. They have the lippy sets. You can buy the lippy set single for $25, or you can buy them in a bundle. You get all four for, I believe it was $90. So I think you save 10 bucks. They have the bronzers. I don't know that price off the top of my head, but I'll leave it either on the screen or down below. And they also had the eyeshadow palette, the new Kitten eyeliner, or you can get the entire Jet Set collection bundle for a certain, I believe it was $180, $186. Well, this past weekend, Jouer had a 20% off coupon that was for Snapchat people, and then it ended up coming out in an email. So signing up for their emails, signing up for their text messaging, you get various extras. So that's when I ordered. That was like, okay, 20%. The tax, was that 20%? Duh, Vanessa. But it is what it is. I think I want to do bronzer first. I really don't want,
you know, the man to come home in the middle of all this and be like, what product? What stuff everywhere?
The bronzer duo comes in packaging like this. It's called Sunswept bronzer. They have a light medium, which is sunlight and suntan, and then they have a medium to dark. So I got the whole bundle in the light to medium. Here is the packaging for the actual bronzer. This is what it looks like inside. Nobody needs that plastic anyway. So here is the swatches on my fingers. They don't look too crazy or anything. Pop it on. It's not showing up super much on my hand, but I have played with these, spoiler alert. Let's put them on my face. So I'm gonna start warming up my face with the shade Sunlight, the lightest shade. The mirror is nice and big, so you can use that to, you know, see yourself put bronzer on, which is always nice. So I like to use 2 bronzers because sometimes I'm lazy. I do a cream contour, and then I like to go over and kind of do a contouring with my bronzer lately. Sometimes I'll go in with a, you know, straight up contour color, but not always necessary. So this is pretty light, but it's buildable, it's blendable. I like it. It's pigmented enough, you know, so that way you don't go on all crazy, but I am a fan of this bronzer. Let's see, if I was gonna compare bronzer formulas, this might be kind of like a Benefit. It's not super powdery. You see, I can rub my brush in it. I'm not getting a bunch of kickback. So it's like the product is sticking to my brush and going on my face, which is a good thing. Then I like to take my little Morphe brush, the E4, and go in again and get a little bit more. I always go in too hard with everything, and then I end up blending everything out with my, you know, finishing powder. What I really liked about this is how it, as I was building it, it didn't pull up my foundation. You know how sometimes you're blending your bronzer or blush or whatever, and you look down and it's like your skin is there. And I'm not talking like foundation, I'm talking like a patch of skin. So I'm gonna take the darker shade, Suntan, and I'm gonna pop it here and kind of contour with it and deepen up. That's what I do all the time. This is just kind of how I do my bronzing technique. It's what works for me. It's what I like. So I take my deeper one and put it here, and I always use 2 bronzers. Like usually it's the Physicians Formula, and then I go over with something deeper. But this, I like it. I like it a lot. See, it just looks like a natural, like deeper skin. It doesn't look all powdery or whatever. I like it. But I love this bronzer, and the packaging is just oh so sleek. Just, they take it there. They take it there, and you feel luxury without spending $80. You know, this feels like Marc Jacobs to me without spending Marc Jacobs money. We did the bronzer. I love the bronzer. I love the way it looks. It's kind of cheating because I tried it already. Now I really want to try the new highlighter because I love the other formulas. Love them. My only qualm with Jouer highlighters is they're so fragile that one, what was it, my citrine and then both of my skinny dips have had to be repressed. That's when my little fixie makeup comes in. So these are beautifully packaged to avoid breaking in transit. We will see when we open it up. 24 months it says.
If you follow those kind of things.
Paraben-free, gluten-free, dermatology tested, lit from within glow. And so you can see the little microfine details on the packaging. Not that any of that matters because most of the time you throw this stuff away. And this shade is called Celestial. All of them come like this. You get fingerprints on them, you wipe them off. Yay, it's not broken. It's firmly pressed like ice. If any of you guys have ice, this is what that looks like. So that is the shade Celestial. And this has a duochrome property to it. This is a little different for Jouer. Jouer tends to be more of a, I don't want to say safe, I'd say just classic beauty. I'm gonna take my Wayne Goss fluffy highlighting brush. This is what I like to do when I don't want anything too crazy, and then we can always add more. So this is diffused if you're not somebody that likes you know, a wicked crazy highlight. You could do lightly. And I feel like if you use brushes like this, you can make a lot of highlighters work. So that is just with a diffused light hand. Let's amp it up. I don't know where I got this one. This is a Morphe E61. I don't know what this brush is usually used for, but I like to use it for highlight. So you could build. Personally, really like this side, but just for the sake of showing you guys how that one builds up. And it's just light, it's soft, it's not like some of those out there that are really blingy and duochrome, but too much. If you are a duochrome lover, you probably have something like this in this kind of color already in your collection. I don't know if you would have this particular formula, but this is Celestial. So we've done bronzer, which I love. We've done highlight, I love it, pretty. This is something I would think of that is new for Jouer. Not necessarily new to all of us that are makeup lovers out there, but they are going out of their boundaries a little bit. So that I can appreciate. Now, if you're familiar with how this whole collection was started, Jet Set, it's for the traveler, so your little, it's like put everything in a bag and you already have it. That would be what this collection was intended for.
Bubble wrap from hell.
I wouldn't expect this collection to be crazy out of the box. I mean, if you're just somebody that, how would I explain this? These are gonna be neutrals. These are gonna be classic neutrals. Just for reference, last year for their spring collection, they came out with Springtime in Paris. It was a more colorful look for Jouer. I like this formula, but I totally forgot about it. This was in a box and not to be touched, so I should break it out. But for this one, Essential, it's just literally called the Essential Palette. Essential Jet Set Matte Eyeshadow Palette. Anything information that we need to know. Apply eyeshadow powder with the shadow brush, can be used as liner, wet to dry finish, sulfate free, blah, 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 blah. I don't get into ingredients because I'm not that smart. It just, it's for the on-the-go traveler. So it sticks with that cute little leopard print that they started with this one. And here is the palette. It's more of a cool tone palette with even this red. And yeah, it's a basic palette. It really is. It's like you throw it in your bag and there you have it. So yeah, we're gonna play with this right now. We're gonna put it on my face. Okay, so this palette does come with this brush. I'm not impressed yet, but we'll try it. We'll try it. Let's grab some brushes and see what kind of damage we can do today. All right, starting with the matte bone shade. It's called Cloud 9. That's this one right here. I'm just gonna pick up some Cloud 9. Got a little bit of kickback there. And I'm gonna set everything that I just did. This palette kind of reminds me of the layout of, you know, something more pricey, something like Marc Jacobs, or I don't know, other things that I don't buy. If you are somebody that buys the high-end stuff like that, let me know if any of this stuff reminds you of that. It also kind of reminds me of the e.l.f. little pans. It's kind of both. So that went on really smoothly, just fine, you know, pigmented, did the job, set the lids. Now we're gonna go into the cream shade, which is Check In, and we're gonna be like every other beauty guru, and we're gonna pop this in the crease. These do have a little bit of kickback, the Cloud 9 more so than Check In, but they're also a stiffer formula. Like, I can kind of dig my brush around in this. Does that make sense? You know how some formulas, like Urban Decay. Urban Decay, you can kind of like get in there. Okay, I'm gonna pick up a softer brush that will pick up a little bit more of this pinky shade, and I'm gonna work that a little bit higher. Right up here. That'll give me that skin-like from here. Didn't really want a Morphe brush. I don't know why, I'm just not wanting to. I don't want you, Morphe.
What are you? Oh, you're Morphe. You get back in your hole.
So we are going to take a Wing Gloss 18 and the shade Carry On, and it's this brown shade right here. These are cooler toned. This is like just a neutral brown, but these are more cool toned. So if you are like, I have neutrals, but you're a warm lover, I don't know how you'll feel about these. We'll have to see as we go along. So I'm gonna tuck this in right here. I'm gonna go lightly because I feel like, ooh, that's pretty pigmented. Not crazy, but this could go dark real quick. Don't know if that's what I want to do today, being that we're trying on lippies. You know, a lot of people I've seen do videos and they're like,
Hate cool tone browns.
and I'm like, God, those make eyes pop so much. I love them. You just have to be careful with them. So yes, this is not a warm tone brown. It's just a neutral brown. It's going in nicely. It's no fuss. I did get some right here and now it's not really wanting to go. Come on. Blend out, yo. Kind of getting stuck in the crease a little bit. So if you do get this, just be careful about how you place your pigment, because like I'm a little bit stuck right here. It could be my fault from where I placed it. So I think I could always blend that out with the more neutral kind of shade. I'm gonna pick up a little bit of that and try to fix that. Yeah, you can clean up your mistakes with this. This is not my absolute favorite eyeshadow. I'm gonna take the smaller brush and blend the edge right there with that brown. You know what, one of my frustrations with this release is I saw that they had taken a bunch of influencers to Nice or Capri or something like that, but there was no videos on this. There was like no influencers showing the new. Sometimes I wish that we saw more of the products instead of people on vacation, you know? Vacation's nice, but I wanted to see the stuff before it was released. See it in action. What is it all about? And then half the time I feel like you have to rely on smaller YouTubers to film this stuff, but the bigger guys go on vacation. I'm not saying that I need to go on vacation with Jouer. I would gladly go, but I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. It's like if I want to see a whole collection of this, I have to peruse the YouTube, and the people that were on the vacation, I'm not seeing YouTube videos from them. I mean, granted, they were on the vacation, but you know, as soon as you park your butt home, can you get up on the tube and show us this stuff? So we might want to use your coupon code. That's why I always end up using Christina's coupon code, because she's the one that educates us the most on the products. So that is the brownie shade in the middle called Carry On. The next one is this deeper one called Runway. I want to be careful with this because it is dark. So I'm going to take Runway and a little brush, if I can find one. This is why Jouer is not taking me on vacation, because I'm not organized. Okay, we're going to take this matte, dark taupey brown. What do you call that? It's called Runway, but I mean, it kind of reminds me of a runway. You know what this eyeshadow palette reminds me of? If I could put my finger on it. A matte version, and mini of course, of what the Momager was supposed to be for Kylie. That's what it reminds me of. So yeah, this definitely so far is feeling like the kind of palette that you could drop in your bag and take on vacation if you were down for these kind, because these can also be used as liners. So if you just wanted to pop these all over the lid and use any of these as liners, I think that was the intention. I don't want to just be like all darkness. I'm gonna grab a little bit of this ready tone shade. It's called First Class. It's not knocking my socks off, but it definitely could be the, I'm going to pop this in my bag because it's small and steady. Small and steady and could win the race. Okay, I'm gonna mix those again, the First Class and the whatever that shade's called. It's not what these two were intended for, but I just wanted a little bit more color to to what I was doing here. My technique is a little shoddy here, guys. I don't usually use these kind of colors, but you know, I like them. I like them, they're okay. Okay, because this doesn't have any shimmer or anything like that, I'm gonna pop the pinky check in onto the lid, and I think we'll use the highlighter as a topper on top of that. So I just don't feel like I want to do all completely matte. I don't have anything against an all matte look, not at all, but I just wasn't really wanting that. But it does layer nicely, like if you were gonna do an all matte and just go like boom, you know, a little wing. It's classic, it's nice. I'm gonna take this little pencil brush and I'm gonna try to just line all of these darker shades would make great little smudge on the lid liners. And I'm gonna take the soft side and go over what I had just done. Oh, it packs on color okay. Still don't know that I'd be like, this is the greatest brush that ever came in an eyeshadow palette. But when you pack on these mattes, this is really soft. I know it's just a, you know, white girl skin shade. Now, because I feel like the lids are okay, but I want a little something, something. So I'm gonna take Celestial and see if we can pop that right on top of the lid to give us a shimmery lid. And you could take any highlighter and spritz some Fix Plus on it to really amp it up, but I just wanted a little bit more than what it was, but still soft, and I like this. I like the way it looks. Eyeshadows, what do I think? Can you live without them? Absolutely. Is it something that's nice to have? Sure, sure. In the set, yeah. If you're going to buy the lippies and buy the bronzer and why not? I think at that point, then the palette's essentially free. So I'm okay with the palette. I like the colors. I like that it's not a warm neutral palette because it's just a little bit different. Nothing crazy out of the box, just a little. Now on to the new Kitten liner. I didn't have the old Kitten liner, so I have nothing to compare this to. All I'm gonna know is, do I enjoy this liquid liner or do I not? Ooh, so it's super, super fine. Super fine. It goes whoop. Oh, wow. That's pretty intense. I mean, like, I'm literally usually the girl that's like, I need tape. I need some things. So let's get a little closer. I'm just gonna kind of stamp it on. No complaints. All right, I'm gonna finish the other eye without being too judgy on myself. I think if you're like one of those winged eyeliner goddesses, you might like this. You might hate it, but because it's so long, it's flexible, and you could, you know, push and then go, and then it'll bounce back. So that's good, but if you're crazy like me, you could get a little, it could get a little out of hand. It could get a little out of hand. I think I'm gonna embrace it. I'm gonna embrace it. I'm gonna embrace that this one's a little thicker than this side. Because once you start adding more to each side, then it gets too nuts. Let's give myself a little wing. Let's try that. Let's try a little wing. I might regret this. I always feel like I'm a ninja trying to. Well, you can fill it in nicely. So like if you wanted to be really exact on where your little wing was. I hate doing wings, and that filled in nicely, you know? I mean, mine still droops, but you know, it's just, they're not really meant for my eye shape. At least I'm not super comfortable with them. Now let's see if I can line them up. Happened to my audio, I don't know what, so I just took some of the eyeshadows and connected the liner, and then I'll be right back with some lashes on for you. Lashes are on. All we are missing is the lips. So now we are on to the lip portion of the video. The kits come like this. You can choose from one of the four. You can buy a bundle with all four, or of course you can get the entire bundle, which has the eyeshadow palette, the bronzer, the liner, the palette, blah, blah, blah. So this is the packaging. It comes in this little slide out case. It shows you on the back your lip cream, your lip pencil, and your topper. And then they open up like this. Oh, 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 oh. It doesn't do that every time, just the first time. So in this one, this is the Nude, and the lip cream, oh, it's so buttery. This is called Nude, and this is the shade. The lip cream is Au Naturel. Very much resembles the liner. The star of the show for me is always the lip toppers, and this one is called Stardust. Oh, it's so pretty. It's Stardust. And we're gonna try them all on. So, liner, which I should do more of, being that my lips are always such a problem for me, and I never do. Oh, like I have a zit coming in. Yay, here we go. Try to even out my lips as much as possible. They are crooked. I was bit by a dog when I was a kid. So this is crooked, which thus makes my lips misshapen. I would buy just these liners. They're so creamy. And that is the lip liner. Huge fan. This is full size. These little minis of the lip cream and the gloss, I believe these are like a third of the size of a full size. I know that most of the lip toppers are exclusive for these sets. I don't know about the actual lip creams. This is Au Naturel. I did try this shade on and wore it at work. The lip creams, the first time that I used them, and I didn't really go back to them because they're not quite like, they do dry down, but they did show lines for me. But when I used these with the lip pencil, it helped me. I don't have lip fillers. I have really dry lips. I have a lot of fine lines and wrinkles in them. So if your lips aren't as wrinkly as mine, you might really enjoy these because they're not super drying, but they're not extremely moisturizing either. They do dry down, but they take some time because right now it's still tacky. But the lip creams, they're okay. They're not my favorite, only because I'm not really a matte liquid lipstick wearer. I prefer lipstick, I prefer gloss. But if I was in a pinch and wanting something that didn't move, like I said, I wore these at work with the lip topper on top and I liked it. So that's my opinion on that. And now we're gonna try it with Stardust on top. So you can go in hard or you can blend it down and just have a nice, pretty sheen, you know? But you can see the lines in my lips right now. I personally like the lip toppers on their own. And for the sake of this, I think I'll really like the lip toppers with the lip liners. I think those will be kind of my go-to thing. Some people love the lip creams, but look how many lines that I have, and I feel like all three together really accentuate. It's not my favorite, but I don't regret getting the bundles because I can do this on its own, and I can do this and this or just this, but I'm really loving the lip pencils. So that is La Nude. So if you've ever wondered a great way to take off your liquid lipstick, Aquaphor, that ointment. I actually learned that from Jouer from her Snapchat. I think that's one of the reasons why I really like this brand. I like her. I don't know her. I don't know her. I don't go to the Chinese buffet with her. Thank you, Peter Mon. The amount of time that she puts into other people and how she's educated her children on caring about other people. She's relatable. She's beautiful, and she comes up with some very interesting, fun products. So let's go on to the other ones. We're gonna open them together for the first time. Surprise, surprise, this is La Rose. So this is gonna be the pink one. And this is the packaging of La Rose. Again, it's just gonna slide out. Shades on the back. La Rose comes with peony, or is it peony? Petal and Rose Fizz. I think this shade is existing. I'm not really sure about the rest, but you know, Google. The packaging looks like uber pink, but maybe it's more wearable than I thought. Okay, so this is Swatches. The lip pencil is Petal, the cream is Peony, and the lip topper is called Rose Fizz. It's kind of crazy that the point on this is a very, oh, let's see how much product do we get. Oh, you get a lot. The tip is very pointed. It's firm enough that I could draw a line, but very smooth. I'm really impressed with the liner. Now we're gonna go into the shade Peony, whatever that shade is. Now Christina will put, I've seen her put it on and she just kind of smears it out, which actually I think is a better option for more mature ladies. So if you like this formula but you feel like it's just a little too drying for you, I think if you smooth it out, it's a little bit better. I also have to say I probably had no water today and I'm on 4 hours sleep, and it always ends up showing here first. Not trying to make uber excuses for a formula, but if I put on a matte regular lipstick right now, my lips would show up like this. It is what it is. So this is the shade Peony. And let's get right into the fun part, Rose Fizz. That is metallic. That is boldness. And this is how I would wear it. I would smudge it in. And that is the shade Rose Fizz on top, all layered together. You know, if you're not someone that's super self-conscious about, you know, what your lips look like, I think we're in an age where Instagram has made us feel a certain way and it's like, oh, my lips aren't smooth enough. If you like wearing liquid lipstick and you have some lines, just rock it. You know, like if I wore this at work, I don't think anybody is gonna be like,
Girl, your lips, they're so wrinkly.
it's just in our social media age, we expect this absolute perfection. So if you wanna rock this, girl, rock it. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. This is La Pearl. It's got pink champagne, opal, longwear lip cream, and funfetti. And funfetti is a current, isn't it? Yeah. Funfetti, I believe I have in a lip topper. Wow, this packaging is adorable. I would not save it all the time. One could break a nail. It's pretty, huh?
Yes.
Yes, Aslan thinks it's very pretty, by the way. There you go.
So cute.
It's so cute. So this is pink champagne, pink champagne, opal, and funfetti. Let's try them on our face. So this is very sparkly. I like this pink champagne as a lipstick. My mom used to rock shades like this back in the day. Like, she'd have that crazy tan and big blonde hair with crazy highlights and a pink lipstick that was way more frosty than this. I feel like full tilt could be too much for me, but blended in, it's very pretty. So this is opal on top of the lip liner. It's just a really pretty sheen. And now we're gonna try a funfetti on top. And this is the combo La Pearl. I feel like this one you could totally get away with if you have dry lips like me, because it just looks like a shiny thing going on in my face. So far, this one's my favorite, which surprises me because I wouldn't usually, but I feel like this is very forgiving and it's pretty and it's fun and it's just a little bit different, you know? And the last one, I believe, is the berry one, La Bae. It's got blackberry, aubergine, and sugarberry longwear lip topper in the box, colors that I am petrified of. I thank you, deep skin beauties. These could be fire.
Or anyone that's not afraid of color, like I am.
Okay, so here's a swatch. You've got the lip liner, aubergine, you got some berry cream, and then the lip topper. So these are all four, and now we're gonna try these on the lips. All right, I'm gonna go out just like this. If you're new to my channel, know that I don't do swatch videos on my lips all perfectly. That's not who I am.
Ooh.
All right, that's good enough for me. I'm not cleaning this up. That's it. So this is the Aubergine lip liner along with Blackberry. Now let's put on the lip topper in Sugarberry. You right here and have an Instagram moment right there. That's what that is. Okay guys, that's le bay, like the berry. I don't know, I don't speak French, but that's it. This is it. Okay, this is it. So as you know, once you put a lip topper on, they are not, you know, they are not foul proof. This can happen to you. Remember that trick? Let's see how we do with the closing of this video and how much lipstick I will have to extract from my teeth. All right, guys, so this is it. These are the lippies. Now we're gonna go over the whole collection and my final thoughts. Going in order, back to the bronzer. This is a hit for me. Love it, would repurchase, absolutely. Love the bronzer. That is a go. It's smooth. The term buttery doesn't always work because it wasn't like, but it's just nice and smooth and goes on and I like it. It's a good bronzer. The highlighter. Could I dupe this highlighter in my collection? Probably yes, but I like Jouer's formula. So I'm happy to have this one. It's beautiful. I like it on my lids. I think it's a nice touch. That's a yes for me. The eyeshadow palettes. I could take it or leave it. It's a nice formula. If I was actually somebody that traveled and needed a little, I think she's mocking me. If I was someone that traveled, I have too many kids to travel anywhere. I travel to work and home and to the grocery store and back. But if I was someone that actually traveled, this is a nice little addition. It's small, it'll fit in your little TSA size bag, and it is a little different in the fact that they're not completely warm tones. Go figure. So I like it. I could take it or leave it though. It's not a standalone. It's okay. Not mind-blowing. The liner. I am liner impaired. I like it. I don't know yet if it will replace my Epic, because Epic I like and it's cheaper, but it's definitely good and I like it and I would recommend it. The lip sets. I would say you'd have to know the Jouer formula. Do you like the lip cream formula? If you like the lip cream formula, then go for it. They're a little too drying for me. Like if I was going to go back in time and I already knew that I could buy all the lip toppers on their own, I would still get these because I like the lip liner. So that was new to me. I had no idea I was gonna like the lip liners. I feel like I could up my lip game with these liners. They're good. ColourPop good, you know, like creamy like that, but they're pointier and more defined, so they're just up a level. I like them. Out of all of the sets, if I had to pick in order, I would go with, surprise, surprise, Le Pearl, because it was fun and interesting. Then I would go with Le Nude, obvious reasons. And these two, I don't know. This gets me out of my comfort zone. It's fun. It's pretty. I'm glad to have it. I don't have a lip liner like that, so I might be willing to play with more colors because I can do a little bit more. And this one's pretty, but I'm not like a super pink person. Overall, I am really impressed with the whole collection. And I think that it also helps to understand a little bit about Jouer's brand owner. She just seems like a very, very intelligent, smart, good businesswoman, but she seems like a really good human too. The amount of charity work she does, the other things that she's really involved with UNICEF and has gone on these tours, and she's raising her children the same way. So even though they come from a place where they have money, they have wealth, they're still trying to do something with that and teach their children to be better people and educated people. And I love that because it does translate into the brand. When it comes down to the brand, there's a lot of good in their products. and she has a lot of education. I have never had her not answer a snap. This is a brand business owner. You know, if I have a question about something, even on like shipping, she doesn't do the shipping, but she does try to help you get involved with the people that do. And I love how connected she is without being, how do I say it, drama. She's not drama. She's not a drama person. You know what I mean? Most of the people that are like on social media all the time, they create drama, and she is not that way. So I feel good about buying a boring neutral palette. Get what I'm saying? I'm not saying that her palette is boring, but it's basic, right? But they get a pass from me because it fits in with their brand. And you see in time that they try to add in other things that extend their brand but stay within their market range. And I do like that about them. I just want their influencers that they send product to do more content with their stuff. I'm like, send it to people that are going to use it, right? I want to see the product before it launches so I can decide instead of being like, I need it all. Because I don't always need it all. Anyway, guys, let me know in the comments down below, what was your favorite item? And also keep an eye out because I will be doing a full face of Jouer very soon. Just waiting for a couple products to come in. I did buy some of them used for my makeup garage sale. So, subscribe to my channel, okay? Just do it. Just do a girl a favor. And, you know, all those things that big YouTubers are talking about right now, like watch time being down and, you know, all that kind of stuff, if they're feeling it, think about how us little guys are feeling. So if you haven't hit that notification bell, hit it, and then make sure you hit subscribe to all notifications so you know when I upload a video. I don't have a regular schedule. I just can't. I wish I could, but I can't promise that. I have too much stuff going on in my life, and my work schedule is never the same, so I just can't do it. But I will try to start posting more on Instagram. I wish I had the community tab so I could let you guys know there, but I don't. So I will try to let you guys know when things are going to be uploaded on my Instagram. I'm not too much on Twitter. I'm a little old for Twitter. I do tweet on occasion, but Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, those are the platforms. Hit the bells. Do all that stuff. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Mwah. Bye.